Good afternoon, guys. This is going to be a pretty short one. Just a couple of things to go through. First of all, thanks again. We had some big challenges over the weekend covering all the games. Had a bunch of umpires out with COVID and other issues. Obviously, the tragic passing of Michael Houston, which was awful. Yeah, it was a pretty tough week again last week. So for all of those of you that went out and umpired more than one game, and I know a few of you don't like doing that, but yeah, stepped up to help out, really appreciate it, especially in the hot conditions. So if you're anything like me and pulled up pretty sore, just look after yourself this week. Go through all the normal things you do when you're trying to recover. So make sure you're good nutrition, hydration, stretching, easy runs. If you come out to training on Wednesday night, you can choose to do what Simo does or not. Actually, I think he's probably got a games night planned, I reckon he said. So yeah, I guess yeah, just thanks again, and make sure that you look after yourself this week, and the weekend off for Easter's come at the right time. All right, I want to bring up an example of something that happened in the first round, and let me just find the screen. Had a good chat with Matt Smith about it afterwards, and I think there's probably some learnings from it for all of us. So I'm just going to show the incident. It was a game, Elizabeth Blackfriars, and Matt was in control. And let's have a look at it. Yeah. All right. So Blackfriars player gets a kick away, and we'll go back and have a look at it. But there's a late bump from the Elizabeth player, and Matt comes in and issues a yellow card, plays a free kick downfield. Player's in a bit of trouble. So let's have another look at it. A really good point for new umpires is that the view on the last act of play. So the player kicks it. You don't want to move your eyes too quickly from where the ball's being kicked, because as in this instance, you can get late contact. The player comes in. It's obviously a late bump, and you can see the contact there. So what I said to Matt is, and we had a chat about it, and I said, did you think about doing a red card? And his thinking was, it was obviously late, so definitely a free kick. It was a significant collision, but there was no elbow up, and he hadn't jumped off the ground. So what I said to him is, yes, a few years ago, that would have been a totally acceptable way to think, and a yellow card would have been satisfactory, but community standards have changed. Footy is all about protecting the head. So the simple instruction is, for late bumps after a kick or handball, obviously you need to make sure you penalise it with a free kick, like Matt did. A yellow card if it's serious enough, like Matt did. But here's the clincher: if there's any high contact, that's where it becomes a red card. So very simple. Free after disposal, pay the free kick, give her a yellow if it's a decent hit and puts him to the ground, you want to send a message. But if there's any high contact, that's where we take the next step and issue a red. Any questions or comments on any of that? I just thought it was a good example of something that, yeah, a few years ago, we wouldn't have even considered a report on it, but these days, even if he has got the elbow tucked in, even if he hasn't jumped off the ground, if there's any high contact, we need to we need to red card it and make it a report. All right, so that's that one. All right, after it, oh, Smitty, you want to jump in and say anything?
No, I was going to say, Cole, I actually did say to the other umpire, do you think it was a red at the time? And he was unsighted, so that's why I stuck with the yellow as such. Yep. But probably the only other key thing is just get in with a presence, and obviously strong presence, yellow card straight away, diffuse any situation. It was a free kick down ground. So, but yeah, no, I appreciate the feedback.
Yeah, I didn't have a problem with how you handle it, mate. We got the guy off the ground. You know, your rationale made sense. But I wouldn't want you to do that again in the same scenario. And that's why we're using it to talk to the group in that we can all learn from it. And that is where we take the stronger approach for when there's high contact, because it's the head sacrosanct, etc. You know, at least we did something. At least, you know, we sent a message that it wasn't okay. We paid a free kick. We got him off the ground. But I know you didn't do this in this circumstance, but I really want to make sure everyone else is clear on this. We don't want to always go for the yellows and then rely on video to assess whether it's a red card. We only do that for dangerous tackles. For everything else, if it's serious enough, you need to issue the red card on the day. But yeah, this one, again, a few years ago, it wouldn't have been a red card, but it is now. All right, after game administration, the umpires report section is now working, so this needs to be completed after each game with the final scores and details of any issues. The other sections to complete are best players, and only one umpire can do that. So yeah, everyone needs to have their phones handy in case that's you. And of course the yellow cards and red card sections. So there are some still having issues with the use of this section, and I'll just see whether I can bring up. I just tried to screenshot some things to have a look at. Here we go. So let's just see if this shows what I'm trying to. So yeah, that's the appointments page. If you can see, you've got the trophy for the best players. You've got the notepad for the match report and the yellow and red cards. I think the other icons to see who you're umpiring with. And I'm not quite sure about the card. I haven't looked at that one yet. But the one that's really just been added that I want to talk about is that one with the notepad, because what you'll get is the options to click on yellow card, red card, and the match report. The match report is where the scores go and where you say if there's been any other issues or not. But it's actually a double click. So you press yellow card if you've got a yellow card, and then you press down here for yellow card again. It'll open up a new screen. And if it's a red card, you press the next one down and it will change that down here to red card. Or if it's a match report, it will change to match report. So it's another step where you've got to click on what you want and then click again to open up. So hopefully that makes sense.
Oh, we can't see the icons. Sorry, mate.
It's a bit small, isn't it? All right. I guess the key point about it is it's a double click. So you open up that option from the notepad to come up with yellow card, red cards, or match report, and then you click on what you want, and down the bottom you click on it again to open up that screen. It'll be easy for you to get used to, and if you're having any problems, Pete Angel's the one to speak to. But yeah, we've got all that up and running now. There's been a few teething problems, of course, but I think we're getting there. So it is important that we get all that done. Umpire payments, I had a couple of queries. If anyone hasn't got paid, make sure you let me know, because from what I understand, all the payments did go through properly. last Friday. Just had a couple of questions about the number crunchers who went and had a look at the payments that are on the website. The admin fee, which is charged by the league to basically hire a couple of people to administer all this, and it is a big effort behind the scenes. You have no idea the efforts that Ivana went to and Sean went to in the office last week to get everyone paid. Yeah, we were a bit worried it wasn't going to happen, but they got help from the very top in the AFL, from officials executor to make it happen. So just shout out to Ivana and Sean to make that happen. But the actual amount that you get paid is $5 less than what's listed per match. So it's a $5 admin fee that's charged to the clubs to basically employ people to do this. So yeah, if it's listed as $120, you'll get paid $115. So yeah, a couple of people I guess saw the payment schedule and kind of thought they were getting paid a few dollars less than they were, but that's because the admin fee was taken out. And the only other thing I wanted to mention is, because of Easter this weekend, obviously there's no games, but we also won't have a Zoom meeting next Monday night. So our next Zoom will be in a couple of weeks, and I'll start using Shane Harris's coaching videos, and we can talk through examples, but I haven't got one for you tonight. I just keep it short, sharp and shiny. But has anyone got any questions or comments from the weekend that's just been? Or anything else for that matter? Oh God, that was quick. It's a record short Zoom meeting. All right, for those coming out on Wednesday night, look forward to catching you then. And as I said, have a happy Easter, have a good break. We've got a really busy few weeks coming up, so it's good that we've got a weekend off just to catch our breath and be ready to go again after that. We'll catch you later, guys.